Hey everyone, this is Nitro. So, when people reach level 70 and they get up to the higher arena ranks, they are often really shocked by how they're no longer able to kill enemy mechs. Because they're either missing like crazy or the enemy mechs have ridiculous stats compared to theirs. And the reason for that is because of the R&D tab that is unlocked when you hit level 70. So, that's what this video is going to be all about, this R&D tab and a breakdown of it. So essentially there's three types of R&D: pilot training, ST R&D, and arms research. Each one of them increases exactly what it sounds like. So pilot training increases and improves pilots, ST R&D improves the STs, arms research improves the weapons. So let's just go into each one. So when you open into the arms research, if you select a weapon type, for example, this one's melee, there's range, there's assault, and so on and so forth. Basically, each item you research in this either improves attack of the weapons, hit chance of the weapons, or crit chance of the weapons. Okay. And then there's usually an unlock that will provide some kind of improvement. Okay. So, getting the research in this as a result will dramatically improve the damage your characters deal. And there are usually some that are better, some options in terms of the selections, the unlock features that are better than others. That is worth mentioning. You just kind of have to look and see. Usually there is one that will improve your damage output, but finding it is typically the problem. So for example, this one, the modification, you can see this flamethrower modification will improve the flamethrower damage. So you can, as you kind of research through the branches, you'll find the modifications that you want to use. Okay. So that's arms research in a nutshell. ST R&D is focused on light, medium, and heavy STs, and it's basically a comprehensive improvement on STs. For example, you get more hit points. You get more dodge and crit resistance. You get more hit chance. Okay. And then eventually you get more armor, and eventually towards the end you can increase your firepower, which will again increase your damage. Okay. So for the ST R&D, you basically want to pretty much fully research a branch. You might not choose the last one if you don't feel you need that buff, okay, that feature. But the idea for this R&D is you would go through all the branches to get the firepower increase. And it's worth noting that the second tier branch, the one that's red on them, has the feature that will improve firepower by 2.5%. So the first one will unlock the firepower 2.5% increase for the body, and the last one in this will unlock the firepower increase of 2.5% for the arms and legs. So that's basically your priority target. Okay. Get those three red branches. After you have the red branch, then you'll move on to like the other options to continue to unlock firepower increases. Now, it is worth mentioning that, actually, let's just go to the third branch first. Okay. The third and final branch, pilot training, is basically the pilot categories. So things like, melee class, things like the assault class, things like the range classes, tactical class, mechanics, and guardians. So this one is interesting in that it basically the kind of the opposite branch. You use the items of that opposite side. So for example, if I want to raise the range branch, you're going to need both ranged items and tactical items. Oh, sorry, not exactly the opposite then. So range items and tactical items. Okay. For the assault branch, the items you need are, let me find a branch that I'm still researching. Okay. Assault items and mechanic items. And then for the melee branch, the items are the last two. Melee items and the guardian items. to research up. So, and then it's the exact same on the other side. You know, Guardian and Melee, so on and so forth. Okay. So basically, you're going to focus on 3 branches initially, which is basically your damage dealers. You're going to focus on the Melee branch, the Assault branch, and the Range branch. Once those 3 are done, then you'll flip to the Tactical, Mechanic, and Guardian ones. Now with that said, you probably want to get maybe at least the first item research, because the first item in each of these boxes will provide your main stat increase. So, tactical stat, which will affect your damage, range stat, which will affect your range damage, and so forth. And the interesting thing about this one is basically for all 3 branches, there's 2 battles that you have to focus on. One battle which is currently unlocked and one battle which is unlocked in the future. For example, for pilot training, the battles that you're going to focus on to get the items is elite battles. So elite battles 9.1 to 9.6 is what gives you the items for this pilot branch. Once, and you can actually, in this branch, you can cap out the first 2, okay? These 2, you can cap out fully. And then the other 2, you can only get midway. Because after you get all of this, the next items need the currently unavailable Elite Battle Chapter 10 battles to get the items for you to activate the branches. So basically, you can see that my Assault branch I'm basically fully capped out on already, because there's no further research I can do right now. And the other ones are close to there, but not quite finished. For example, this one's missing 2, and then this one is missing 4 techs, stuff like that. But finishing this is just midway. I still have to finish the other branches. So that's pilot training as a summary. Okay? STR&D, the items for it comes from Frontier Trial. Okay? So it is the currently unlocked new Frontier Trial. Right? You get the items from sweeping this pretty much every day, and you should do all 6 sweeps. Again, just like the other ones, I'm certain that you need other items in the future, but you can't really see it right now because this one is pretty slow going. I definitely haven't reached that point. Oh, I have reached that point, see? So you can see on this branch, it needs items from Frontier Trial Escape Impossible, which is not yet available. So eventually, I'm gonna hit a limit where my current sweeps will no longer be able for me to continue to research this, and then I'll have to wait. As for arms research, should be the same thing. Arms research, full disclosure, is the one that I haven't focused any of my energy on. So, but you can see that it's from Clearance Ops. So Clearance Ops 11, sweeping this will get you the items that you need for that shop, which is these items here, right? The essence items for the weapons. So yeah, essentially what I will say is I struggled to clear Clearance Ops in a reasonable amount of time, the CO11, so I focused all my energy into these other 2 options first. Got most of them upgraded. Then, once it was nearly fully upgraded, that's when I finally went to clear the Clearance Ops 11. And I was able to knock it down to a 5-turn clear with that. So once I had it down to 5 turns, then I can kind of begin using my energy on sweeping this. But I'm just kind of, my personal feeling is I'm probably going to finish off the pilot training first. Okay? Or alternatively, I can focus on doing pilot training only on the weekends at this point. Because weekends have the events of Prep Dash, where you'll get double rewards for elite battles and Frontier Trials. Okay. So, just as a tip there, you every day you get a few energy containers. So it's probably best for you to just save those up for Saturday and Sunday. If you save these up over the week, you get 3 of them per day, so you'll have 18 of them in total. And then on the weekends, if you use all 18, on clearing the Elite Battles, it's Chapter 9 for these items. Okay, so each of these battles can be cleared 3 times, so you can do 18 clears of these battles, and you'll get double the items. Okay, so that's probably the way to optimize and be able to get the R&D researched as quick as possible for pilot training. Okay. And I think that pretty much sums it up. You know? So that's Endgame in a nutshell, and it's because of R&D that you can see that some mech stats get more and more crazy. Like for example, my Rainbow mech, okay, so Rainbow Twilight Fang has like 10,000 hit points on the body, 5,500 hit points on the shield arm, 4,570 on the gun arm, and then the legs have 6,922. I believe if you look at the rankings, you'll see some players, like number 1, let's say, with absolutely insane, kind of similar stats actually. I thought it would be insane, but no, it's kind of similar. So, yeah, that's kind of what you see. And I think that pretty much concludes the R&D coverage, right? Because you just have, towards Endgame every day, you're just going to be sweeping the Frontier Trial, Clearance Ops, and Elite Battles to steadily improve your STs, pilots, and weapons. And that improvement is what leads to the huge discrepancy in how difficult Arena is towards the end. So that's it for this video. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you found this useful to you. And on that note, Nitro out.